Hello guys, it's Russia Live with you and me, Svetlana. Today we are going to talk about what was happening in Russia and in the whole world during the last several months. Of course, you already know what I'm talking about, because there is no country which was not affected by the pandemic. And when this wave captured the world, Russia was not an exception. Of course, Moscow was the first one in this row, as it is the largest and the most populated city in Russia, and then other big Russian cities. The authorities have taken appropriate measures to ensure the safety of citizens. As everywhere else, self-isolation was declared, as well as hygiene measures in the form of antiseptics, protective masks and gloves. There were almost no people in the city, because only those who worked in the vital industries were allowed to leave their houses. Well, it was also allowed to go to the nearest supermarket once in several days, but we don't consider it as just several hundred meters away from home. But in the center of the city, the streets were absolutely empty, as well as the heart of Russia, the Red Square. And we want to show you how it was, as it is absolutely unique video considering the circumstances. You will see now everything with your own eyes. First, let us go down to the metro. I have never seen the underground so empty. It was so strange and uneasy. And this is a signboard with the direction to the Red Square. And we're going out. Well, what we can see here: empty streets with no pedestrians and only public transport and cars on the road tell us that this is a city. By the way, during these months, even the air became cleaner, as the number of vehicles decreased several times, because usually we have a traffic jam here. And respectively, the level of gas contamination was reduced, which led to air revitalization. And now we are at Mokhovaya Street, which is close to the Kremlin, and you can see its surroundings and how empty it is. So, let us go down to the underground walking tunnel, which leads to Alexandrovsky Garden, which is close to the Red Square. As you can see, it's also absolutely empty. No people at all. Nobody. No one. All the underground shops are closed. It's fascinating and a bit terrifying too. Going out to the fresh air again. And now we are at Alexandrovsky Garden. Usually it's full of tourists, but during this period it was completely empty. What we can see here is really breathtaking. No people at all. All this silence and quietness. And now we are near the Kremlin walls. Still, no people around. And we continue our walk. All the atmosphere seems to reflect the main message of this complicated period. A lot of people had to fight with the disease. Also, a lot of people lost their jobs because of these events. And of course, not only in Russia, but also around the world. Well, we're now at the place which is dedicated to the Second World War. And it's called the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier. And we can see the safeguard here. The historical building that you can see now on the left is Russian Historical Museum. We need to walk just several hundred meters and we will reach the Red Square. Finally, we are at the Red Square. You can see that it is absolutely empty. That's a shocking, exclusive, unique video. No people at all. Nobody. No one. That's the first time in the modern history that we can see this happening. While we are observing the empty Red Square and enjoying these unique frames, I would like to tell you how Russians lived through this period. Interesting to note that at the initial stage, Russians did not believe that it was dangerous and continued their activities in public places even when the self-isolation regime was announced. Many people ignored these measures and gathered with their friends and arranged barbecues in the parks. After that, the authorities introduced the system of fines in order to make the citizens stay at home. Well, what you can see now is Spasskaya Tower of Moscow Kremlin. That's really fascinating, and still no people around. And this is the St. Basil's Cathedral, and again the panoramic view of the empty Red Square for you to enjoy these exclusive, marvelous views. I have a feeling that this emptiness started a new way of thinking and a new period in lives of all the people disregarding the country. When people found themselves in isolation, they had a possibility to think about their false and true beliefs. They could think about what they really want in this life, and some of them already changed their lives dramatically because they started to listen to their heart. And in this way, the pandemic had some good impact too. And now we are leaving the Red Square to see what the nearest streets are like. Will we see people there? Let us check. Well, yes, 1 or 2 pedestrians, but still almost no one in comparison with the usual crowds here. Empty streets, empty passages, closed shops. Well, let us continue our work and enjoy the solitude and beautiful views in the center of Moscow. When you are walking in the empty streets under these circumstances like this, when you find yourself in isolation, first it's a kind of a shock, but then it starts to be a kind of a meditation, and you can analyze the situation better and even make a personal reboot, reload if you take all the chances. I can say that Russians got used to the self-isolation restrictions very quickly and very soon started to get benefits from it. For example, benefits from working at home when you don't need to spend much time to get to work and back. Benefits from having more time to sleep and rest and spend the time with your family. I can say that Russian mindset is quite positive, just because we don't like to spend much time and energy on the things which are impossible or difficult to change at the moment. All in all, Russian nation is very patient, it's in our blood. We're always quite satisfied with the current situation until it gets too bad, and only then our patience is over and we can make a revolution. But until it's more or less okay, we enjoy our lives in every situation. Well, we almost finished our work. It was really fantastic to see all these beautiful streets with no people. That's an exclusive and unique video, and we hope you enjoyed it too. Let us go down to the metro again to finish our work. Let us check if we will see people there. Oh my God, seems again there are no people at all. Well, it was me, Svetlana, with you and Russia Live channel. Subscribe and share this video. Express your opinion, both likes and dislikes. Write comments. I love you. See you soon. There are a lot of interesting things ahead. Bye.